But hey, Hotboxin, Waka Flocka Flame with Mike Tyson.
I haven't seen it.
I was up from midnight to 6 a.m. running through some podcasts and pulling all nighter. And dude, Hotboxin's one of my favorite. Mike Tyson, motherfucker, is so deep.
He's real as fuck, dude.
Drugs did a lot for positivity in that guy's life.
Hey, Toad.
Yeah. And
but you know what though? I was listening to, I think it was LL Cool J today at work, and I think he was crying on the podcast. I didn't watch it because I only listened to the podcast on my phone, so I didn't see the video, but it sounded like he was kind of getting choked up, which is kind of emotional for me. You know, I'm sitting there at work and he's talking deep. That's how deep he gets. He gets so emotional that...
Mike Tyson was crying?
Yeah, Mike Tyson was.
Yeah, I think he's done that a couple times.
It's like, oh shit, this is fucking real, man.
Well, and that's great because it shows that his ego is pretty much dissolved, that he's very comfortable being vulnerable in front of tons of people, guests. But I know him and LL Cool J, I think, go way back.
Oh, dude, they're the same age. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, dude.
Way back. They go way back.
Are they 52 or something? Or?
Yeah, 53, I think.
Yeah, they're all like Joe Rogan's that age. Dude, Dr. Dre's up in his 50s, Snoop Dogg.
And dude, it was a 3-hour podcast and it fucking went fast because they're just talking about real ass shit, being kids, growing up in the same neighborhoods, and in LL going to fights, and his family. Actually, he did some heritage, found out that his family were professional boxers.
I did watch that. He was related to some famous boxers.
Yeah, right.
From slavery to boxing champ.
Exactly. Actually, his great-grandfather or something like that won his freedom in a boxing match.
Yep.
Fucking insane.
And Mike Tyson knows all these guys because Mike Tyson is actually a big historian for boxing.
Right.
Because he watched all the films growing up.
Fucker knows his shit.
But all those films, I forget, there's some trainer there that had it set up, but Mike Tyson would literally rehearse the black and white ones, watch them, and Jack Johnson and all those guys. And they took that collection. I don't know if the History Channel took it, but they kind of duplicated the collection. And that's a lot of boxing history now. So like, I believe that, one of his trainers or something kind of got that going. Wow. So without that guy, all this shit could be gone.
Wow, dude, that's amazing. Yeah, well, listening to Mike Tyson over the last, and you know what, I was barely introduced to this show maybe 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. And, I'm loving it. I'm loving that podcast.
Yeah, it's great. Damn, he's so knowledgeable, and I like that he lets people know what's up too. Like, hey, I'm the big dog. Someone said they interviewed with him. It's like sitting next to a pit bull. You think it's nice, but you're just not quite sure. But I want to check something real quick.
Do you know who Logic is?
Yeah, the half white, half black rapper.
Yeah, right. I listened to that one today too, and although it didn't get real deep on that, it's still like, it's funny when you think of someone like Logic, who's very famous, but he's a new famous, right? And sitting with the legend, like he just kept on reiterating, like, I can't believe I'm sitting here, interviewing with Mike Tyson, like this, smoking weed with Mike Tyson. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, and and his knowledge, like some guy asked him a Conor McGregor question, and you could tell he was like a boxing fan. I assume. I actually just saw the clips. I didn't watch the full episode of this one. I forget who it was, but he's like, "Hey, Mike, what do you think it's like with like? Tell me seriously, what do you think about like Conor McGregor and Mayweather? Like, come on." And he's like, "Oh, McGregor's the shit. Like McGregor." And the guy's like, "No, but seriously, it's like kind of a spectacle." He's like, "Listen, that guy's an MMA guy. He went, 12 rounds or something? 12 rounds? I forget when he got knocked out, but he's like, he went 7 rounds or 12 rounds.
Right. I think it was more like 7.
The best boxer to ever exist. He went that far, the most technical boxer. Do you understand that? Do you understand? Because he's a huge MMA fan too. So he knows what would really go down on the street. He knows. But even just to do boxing, he goes, he came over and, Mayweather was supposed to go to MMA. That never happened. That was the deal. But he talked all this shit and, who knows? You never know. Mayweather might pop up in MMA.
He'd get fucked up.
Well, he's not the first. Do you know another boxer did that?
No.
James Toney. Remember him?
No.
Scary motherfucker. James Toney? Dude, just scary, yoked black dude, just kind of got that gangster vibe.
Never heard of him.
He fucking hounded Dana White, would show up and be like, I want to fight. And Dana was like, nah, dude, it's a different sport, man. Like, because Dana White knows, like, this dude's going to get wrecked. And he's like, he's probably looking for fame. He's kind of chubby now. He's a retired boxer, I think. And Dana White, I'm going to go to your fucking house. I'm going to, he was getting like crazy and like jumping the cameras. Hey, I want that fight. Like being aggressive. So Dana White's like, all right, we'll give you Randy Couture at like 40 something years old. All right, bitch, you want that? Randy just ankle picked that dude and just sat on top of him and just pounded him a little bit, and then I think he ended up choking him out like in the beginning of the first round.
That's fucking hilarious.
He got up and never heard from him again. But badass boxer, James Toney.
Took his check and ran.
Yeah, he might have did some other stuff with Tank Abbott or something. I forget, but
ooh, Tank.
Yeah, man, the jiu-jitsu and wrestling, and that takes years, man.
But going back to Mike Tyson, he knows his fucking shit, bro. Like, every time I hear him talk about the legacy, everything that LL Cool J was talking about with having heritage.
He already knew.
He knew it. And even LL was like, oh, shit. Like, my fucking great-great-grandpa's history, Well,
there's so Jack Johnson's a boxer that I think they probably mentioned on that podcast.
Yeah, they did.
I listened to, I think it's Hardcore History. It's an awesome podcast. There's two of them. One with the Borelli, he's an Italian guy, and then one with some white dude, I don't know. But it's like 16 hours, 30 hours on one subject.
Oh, shit.
But it's exciting. So
God
they did.
damn.
I listened to one on Jack Johnson. I had to. And by the way, Jack Johnson pardoned by Trump.
Oh, shit.
Years
What did
later.
he do?
There was some like murder, rape, or something that he apparently was innocent in, and they're always trying to get him pardoned, and then Trump randomly did it. So must have known the family or something. I don't know. But Jack Johnson, great story that I always remember about Jack Johnson. Black heavyweight boxer, scary dude. Literally has his friends with shotguns when they roll up to some of these rings because there's people yelling the N-word, like, we're going to kill you after. We're going like, it was intense, and he loved it.
What year was this?
God, I don't really know. Early 1900s.
Okay.
Like,
damn.
The films like kind of speed up in black and white. It's kind of hard, but old school. And so he was rich. He got all this wealth, and that pissed white people off.
Right.
And he would rub in their face and date white women and shit. And apparently had a bunch of women, but he had a badass car. And he was going through some southern state, I think, I forget, but some state. He was rolling through in his car. Cop fucking sees this black dude in a badass fucking ride, pulls him over. This dude's richer than most white people. And this cop pulls him over. He says, "You're speeding." He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "The ticket's, I forget, but let's say the ticket's like $25. And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, $25. And he goes, "All right." So he goes in the glove compartment, pulls out a stack of cash. I think he was puffing a cigar. I don't know. That's what I imagine. He's puffing a cigar in a fur coat. I don't know. Nice. Might be Mayweather. But so he pulls out the stack of cash and he gives him $50. And the cop goes, "It's only $25. And he's like, "Yeah, in a few hours, I'm going to be speeding down this road again. So just take the $25. Boom.
That's fucking
baller.
Awesome. Epic, dude.
Now his life's in danger and he don't give a fuck. He's the man.
That's fucking
That's
amazing.
a fighter spirit, bro.
Is it? You think it's that ego that Mike Tyson talks about all the time?
You have to have it, I think, as a fighter to a certain degree.
Mike Tyson mentions that too. Like, I wouldn't have been the person I was without that, which is kind of, I guess it's right, man, because you got to believe in you, right?
Well, he always talks about that, like, I'm the fucking god. Oh, there's some great clips about him walking to the ring. He's scared. He's terrified. He's like a little baby.
Right.
He's walking to the ring. He's getting angry. He's building confidence. He's hitting the gloves. By the time he walks in that ring, he's a fucking god. There's a cool montage of it from years back that he's describing it. It's like a motivational video. Woo!
Dude, that motherfucker's a bad ass motherfucker. In his prime and now with the podcast, he's fucking doing it, man. And he's in the weed game, got the ranch.
Yeah, because he had some rough years there.
Shout out to fucking Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
God
hey,
damn.
Mike, we love you, Mike. And he just gains everyone's respect because it's something about men when someone's a savage, or was a savage at one point, but not only that, to be a savage gets a lot of men's respect because, like, damn, he's the big dog. But also to see him transform his journey and be who he is now, taking DMT and the toad and like rechanging his belief system. It sounds like, but they're gonna put out a Mike Tyson movie.
Oh, yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Did you hear
dude.
him describe it?
Yeah, he's getting pumped.
He gave that trailer.
Yeah, he's got to get fucking pretty beefed up.
But he talked about the, like, oh, you're the pitter patter and you're in the hood. And did you see that part?
Right, yeah, I seen that.
Gave me goosebumps. I put it on my Facebook.
That's going to be badass, dude. And Mike Tyson, that's our era, right? I mean, that's, I grew up knowing this. No one could fuck with Mike Tyson, man.
Everyone used to bitch about the pay-per-view because it would last like 2 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Fuck, I paid all that money.
$35.